All right. Can't knock the hustle, man. Shakur Stevenson said because of his counterpunching ability, he believes he would have defeated the late, great Salvador Sanchez. I strongly disagree, but I respectfully disagree. That's the way that you got to move out here in these boxing streets. Like Kendrick said, I crash out like F rap, diss Melly Mel if I have to. You know what I mean? You might have to diss a legend. You might have to diss a legend if you want to be great. But I disagree with Shakur, man. We're going to get into why. Personally, I don't know how he came to the conclusion that he would beat Sanchez. And I don't think he fully understands Sanchez because he's kind of new to studying older boxers. So he's still having a learning curve. He don't understand the significance of Salvador Sanchez. But the reason why I don't think he could beat Salvador is for the same reason I don't think Shakur could beat Floyd or um, Purnell or top level guys like that. Because these guys maxed out on offense and defense. Not just one, both. And I've been saying that for years. If you want to be a great fighter, you must be great on both offense and defense. Shakur's a defensive maestro. Salvador Sanchez was a defensive maestro and an offensive maestro, just like Ray Robinson, just like Floyd Mayweather, where they could do it all. And Shakur's weakness, his unwillingness really to get hit, Salvador Sanchez doesn't have that fear. Routinely, Salvador would have a bloody nose, not because he couldn't move his head, but because he wanted to be in position to land a big shot. Sanchez wanted to be in position to land the big one. So, me personally, I think things like that, it would have been too much for Shakur, man. It would have been way too much for Shakur when you're in there with a guy and you have this hesitancy about really getting active, and he doesn't, but he has fast feet just like you. He has more head movement than you. He's a better inside fighter than you. He has more natural power than you. There's so many things that Salvador Sanchez had where I understand Shakur is competitive and he's a world champion, so I understand in boxing you got to feel as though you could beat anybody. But me being an outside observer, like, and it's not personal because I'm not Shakur and I'm not speaking on myself like he's speaking on himself. I think it's clear that he would not beat Salvador Sanchez. In fact, I think he might end up getting dominated. But on the flip side, I think that he would dominate Roberto Duran. I think he would embarrass Roberto Duran because Roberto Duran struggled with guys who were defensively sound, sharp counterpuncher. That's why he got beat up by Wilfred Benitez. But I just disagree, man. Sanchez has way too much offense, way too much defense, way too much IQ. He has so much stuff going on. And he has more heart. He fights with reckless abandon, even though he doesn't have to. One of the main critiques of Salvador's style is that the more comfortable he became, the less he moved his head. Because he knew he wasn't going to knock him out and he wanted to be in position to land a big punch, man. He's also very patient. They called him Iron Lungs. Now the question remains, are they going to fight at 12 rounds or 15 rounds? If it's a 15-round fight, I got Shakur getting stopped. And it would be a hell of a fight. Like, I think Shakur going to put up a show, but this man Salvador was born for them 15-rounders, bro. He's called that man Iron Lungs. Salvador Sanchez never changed his facial expression during the fight. Like, the man was something special. The man was something special. What's good, Jaden? For some reason, Shakur believes he will beat Salvador Sanchez. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. I respect the brother's confidence, but I just don't see it. Now, if y'all see something that I'm not seeing, please inform me. I see no way how Shakur could beat this man Salvador. And it's no disrespect. What's up, KJ? Always keep the most high first. You're a great young man. Keep your head on straight. Thanks, Javonta. I appreciate that. Thanks, Tay. Salvador was a beast. Wish we got to see more. Yeah, they got rid of him. But Shakur thinks that he could have beat Salvador Sanchez. And I don't see how he sees that. Of course, you have to always believe in yourself and always bet on yourself. But if we're being realistic, I just don't see how Shakur will be able to deal with Sanchez's volume, IQ, risk taking, his aggressive counterpunching style. Said, did he say that recently? I don't know if it's recent. I just seen it popped up on Facebook. Was Salvador mixed with black, and why did they take him out? Yeah, Salvador, you could tell he was mixed. I did a video on it on my old TikTok. He looked like kind of like Michael Jackson, and when he grew his hair out, he had the curly afro, so you could tell he was mixed. But I think they took him out because of disobedience, man. And then they replaced him with Chavez, who was a far cry from Salvador Sanchez. I think this was a way for Shakur to get back popping since the dead gig. He didn't go through this out. He said, I think this is a way for Shakur to get back popping since the dead gig he didn't go through. He threw this out to keep the respect on his name, even though he is great. He needs that special moment. What's good, Jaffe? I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I think I just don't see how he beats Salvador Sanchez. I understand he believes in himself, but Sanchez was great on offense and defense, not just defense. Sanchez was willing to take the big shot in order to land a bigger shot. He had more natural power. He had more than one style, and he was an aggressive counterpuncher. Kind of like Osaki Foster, but with more dimensions than Osaki. Because Osaki, he fight behind the shoulder like Shakur. Sanchez fight you with them damn hands up, and he had the bop. He was fighting on his toes. He had the bop with it. He could fight on the ropes. He can fight in the middle of the ring. He fight at every level. Shakur pretty good. We haven't seen him test it yet. I don't think Devin is the one. No, Shakur is great. He's great. But he said he could beat Salvador Sanchez, bro. And I think he capped on that. I think he's a capping in his rap. Yeah, I don't see how he messing with Salvador, bro. They're gonna keep it a bean. What you mean disobedient? Did he take the oath? Look, man, I don't know. I just know he got a lot of opportunities since he was a teenager. Somebody with a lot of money saw him when he was a teenager, started training him, and that. I don't know what oath he took or what, but the way that they I'm gonna do a video on it, but the way that they reported his passing was crazy. They lied about a lot of facts. A lot of facts ain't make sense. But I'm not talking about that right now. Right now, I'm talking about the prospect of Shakur actually fighting this man, and what would a fight like that look like? Do y'all think Shakur could beat Salvador Sanchez? I don't. I don't think it would be close. I'm just keeping it a buck. And there's no disrespect, but Sanchez is on the level of Floyd Mayweather and Ray Robinson. Shakur, He up there, but I don't think he's on that Floyd level, or Ray Robinson, or Sanchez, because he's not great on offense. Great on defense, but he's not balanced. He's not great. He said, "Well, wait." They both started at 126. It could be at 126 or 130. They both started at featherweight. See, I think he might beat him. How? And I'm gonna tell you this, Jaffe. I think Shakur. A lot of people may not agree, but I think Shakur would embarrass Roberto Duran. I think he would embarrass Roberto Duran. But I think if he fought Salvador Sanchez in a 15 rounder, he would get stopped, and in a 12 rounder, he would get cut up, but he wouldn't get stopped. But he would get beat bad. I noticed Shakur defense is mostly his reflexes and footwork. Like Tank said, we never see him slip punches. It's very hard to slip punches. Like that's the thing. Like that's why I got Salvador beating him as well. Salvador's instincts and his timing. He dodges punches by always being in motion, always being on his toes. It adds a different dimension. Shakur, he don't fight like that. He don't fight with that bounce. So everything with him is stepping backwards. He's not already keeping his feet hot. Shakur hasn't fought anyone as talented as Sanchez, and he probably never will. Sanchez was a generational talent, like Bud, Floyd. Shakur probably would never get the opportunity to fight. Devin is not on the level of Salvador Sanchez. Tank probably could have been, but he didn't train. He stopped training. If Tank focused, that would have been the big fight. Out of all Shakur fights, I never really seen him behind or stressed. He's always been in control. It's kind of hard to say someone can beat that. Well, my question to you is this. Do you think Shakur could beat Floyd, Jaffe? Do you think Shakur could beat Floyd? If the answer is no, then he can't beat Sanchez because Sanchez is on that Floyd level, bro. Keyshawn said, big news next watch is going to be Frank Martin because he just seemed to Top Rank, bro. That's an easy fight. Frank is not coming to hurt Frank. So Keyshawn will turn it up on him. Yeah, Keyshawn to stop Frank Martin. Keyshawn really got his bluff called these last few weeks. Keyshawn, listen, man. Listen. Keyshawn said it a while ago, bro. He said he was calling out, who was it? He was calling out somebody, and he knew he wasn't ready for the fight. And he said Andy Cruz is doing the same thing. I think it was Frank Martin. So if you pay attention, bro, Keyshawn, he already admitted to calling out, I think it was Frank Martin when he wasn't ready. He only had like 8 fights or something. So, of course, he called out Devin Haney knowing that he's not ready. He's already admitted to doing it before. So that's why that's not really surprising to me. And then after, like, he just has a bad track record. I feel like y'all talk about these legends like they're gods, and there's a lot of bias on how they're viewed just because they're considered legends. Revelations. I believe Shakur would dismantle Roberto Duran. I don't care about somebody being a legend. I'm talking about styles. Shakur is great on defense, but so is Sanchez. But Shakur is not great on offense. Sanchez is great on offense. Shakur doesn't like to get hit. Sanchez doesn't care. Routinely in his career, especially as he got more settled and mature, he would have bloody noses because he didn't want to move his head because he was so focused on hitting the opponent, even though he had great head movement. So I'm not here to talk about somebody just because they're a legend. I'm here to talk boxing. Shakur's on camera saying he got hurt to the body. He just got a poker face. Anybody who's in a professional boxing, they're going to get hurt everywhere. You're going to get hit. You're going to get hurt. Cap, Keyshawn is about business. He called himself the business man for a reason. No, he's not about business, bro. That man said he was calling out Frank Martin before he was ready. He said that. And he said that's what Andy Cruz is doing now, knowing that he's not ready. When he was supposed to make weight against De Los Santos, he missed weight on purpose. That's not businessman stuff. So he was talking about Devin, not Frank. Oh, Devin, thank you. Thank you. So Keyshawn said he was calling out Devin before he was really ready, right? That's what he said. I just don't believe these guys are scared of Devin. You don't understand when somebody had that 20-pound weight advantage, bro. It ain't that many KJs in the world. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't that many people that are getting there with a man bigger than them. It ain't that many KJs in the world, boy. See, I started my career in the amateurs with them trying to set me up, so I got accustomed to it. But if you never had to fight nobody that much bigger than you, that's a shock, bro. That's a shocker. How do you think Sanchez will break Shakur's defense? Sanchez, it will be. This how he would do it, bro. This how Sanchez will fight Shakur. High volume mixed with patience and instincts, opportunity. Like if Shakur make a mistake, Sanchez is gonna jump on you. And the thing is that why I like guys like Sanchez and Marquez and even Pretty Boy Floyd, they don't they don't always do it by the book. Shakur tries to do it by the book. Everything has to be at a certain distance. If Sanchez see that you hurt, he'll leave his feet to jump at you. So will Pretty Boy Floyd, you know? So will Marquez. Like that gives you a greater range of offense. You feel me? Shakur plays by the book. Shakur's not going to lunge at you. He's not going to leave his feet. He said, no, Diddy. Who had better footwork? Sanchez. Sanchez fought on his toes, bro. Bounce. He had that bounce. That bounce is faster. People don't like to do the bounce because it takes a lot of energy. Usyk, Loma, Sanchez, that bounce is faster. When did Shakur say he would beat Sanchez, though? It popped up on my Facebook, man. It popped up on my Facebook. It says, a fighter I would have loved to fight, Sal Sanchez for sure. He was great, but I'd be feeding him counters all night from the southpaw stance. I think my IQ speaks for itself. That's what it says on Facebook, bro. See, Shakur respects Salvador and all, and he's starting to go back and watch some old fighters, but I just don't got him beating Sanchez. I think Shakur and Tank could be on the level with Floyd and them. The sad thing is Shakur wanted it, but Tank don't. That fight would have answered a lot. Tank don't want it. Um, that fight would have showed us who's who and what's what, but Shakur can't be on Floyd level because he has too much inhibition. When Floyd fought, Floyd didn't care. He didn't care. He literally told Shane Mosley, "You got to kill me." He literally told that man, "You have to kill me, bro," or unalive, unalive. Sorry, Facebook. I mean, YouTube. Floyd told Shane Mosley, "Good hit, but you got to unalive me." Shakur doesn't fight like that, so he's never gonna reach Floyd's level. When you're afraid of getting hit, I'm not gonna say afraid, but when you're being cautious about your health, that's a lot of punches and a lot of risks that you could take that you won't take. So that limits your overall offensive abilities. It limits your overall offensive abilities. When Floyd fought Cotto, that nose was bloody. You know why? He was taking a risk. When he fought Manuel Augustus, that nose was bloody. Nappy Uchiha says, I don't think Shakur trusts his chin. Me neither. That's something James Toney talked about. He said a lot of these Philly shell guys, they don't trust their chin. The Philly shell is supposed to be used as a counter. Not really, it wasn't really primarily supposed to be defense. It's supposed to be used to counter. That's what James Toney said. If you watch James Toney, Floyd, and George Benton, they coming back with something when they go into that shell. When they roll their shoulder, they coming back with something. You watch a lot of the new guys, they roll that shoulder, they get out of dodge. They roll that shoulder, they get out of dodge. They just keep rolling the shoulder. They're not coming back with nothing. Everybody trying not to get hit, and it limits your offense. When you're worried about getting hit, you're not going to give the best offensive performance possible. Floyd definitely trusted his chin. Floyd trusted his everything. Floyd believed he couldn't lose. That's how you got to be though. You can't really go into a fight thinking that you're gonna lose. You got to almost add godlike qualities to yourself if you're gonna be a competitor at the highest level in anything. You got to act like you just superhuman and everybody else is just trash. Like that's how you just got to do that. I didn't even know you was on live, but Dawn was online. But I'm coming on here now and watch you live. Oh yeah, I seen him um, on TikTok. Yeah, Dawn funny as hell, but the video that he did, I think he did it. That was a repost or something, where he act like he was throwing a jab and then he pull out the blicky. Dawn hilarious, bro. But yeah, I don't go live on TikTok no more, bro. Forget it. But yo, 21 green light. Why the hell Shakur think he could have beat Salvador Sanchez? I understand he's a competitor. He got to say that, but I disagree. I disagree, bro. I don't even think it would have been close. Keep it a bean. I think Sanchez would have won fairly easily because of the styles. Like you're talking about somebody that got great footwork just like you, got better head movement than you, has more intricate counters, more willingness to throw their hands and throws more punches than you, and probably has more natural power than you. Thoughts on Rolly and T.O.? T.O.'s going to win. Shakur beats the 135 version of Bud at that weight. Possible. Possible. I think Shakur would embarrass Roberto Duran. This is a bold take right there. I don't know. I think he meant that as a bold take. Shakur doesn't seem to respect the previous generations as much as most do. Well, he's learning some respect because at first he was like, nobody told me Marvin Hagler could do this and that and blah, blah, blah. Because the thing is, he didn't watch them guys. Now he's taking the time to watch so he can become a better fighter. It's kind of late in the game for him to be doing that, but better late than never. Somebody on YouTube says Shakur thinks Sugar Ray Robinson was trash, so his opinion is not highly sought after. It's crazy Shakur said that. And Ray Robinson started his career, I think he started his career at lightweight or something. Oh, no, no, no. No, in the amateurs, he was at lightweight. In the amateurs. Never mind. Yeah, Ray Robinson would knock Shakur ass out. I don't know why he talked crazy about Ray Robinson, bro. Ray Robinson IQ is off the charts, but then he was a freak athlete. And he was damn near 6 foot at welterweight, bro. That man was a freak of nature. Could had feet like a damn ballerina. Had speed like Manny Pacquiao. Had power in both hands. High IQ. Shakur talking about, well, he didn't fight with his hands up. Okay. Imagine if Shakur Stevens could beat Salvador Sanchez in his prime and make him look bad. That's not happening, bro. Not happening. I'm not saying that he can't beat him, but he couldn't make him look bad. Salvador Sanchez let his hands. It's a different ball game. If Shakur ever loses, people will say he was never good. Yeah, they're gonna hate. They're gonna hate so hard because his style and because of the racial aspect. They're gonna hate so hard if he ever lose. They're gonna hate hard, man. They're gonna hate hard. Salvador Sanchez got good footwork. No, he got great footwork, bro. Not only that, the timing, like when Salvador Sanchez stopped Zuma Nelson, right? He was loading up like he was on the inside. He would wait and pause and then do a broken rhythm and catch him with a hook. So, and he did it multiple times. Like Zuma Nelson come in crazy, firing all these shots, and Sanchez just dipped down, wait a little bit, boom, right on the chin. Dropped him multiple times. I think that was a punch that ended up stopping the damn fight or led to the stoppage. Salvador Sanchez's understanding of the full boxing game. Shakur has a great understanding of defense, distance, and straight shots, straight punches. Sanchez had a full understanding of the boxing game, bro. That's a different ball game. That is a different ball game. Yeah, Sanchez was special, man. Mike also holds Sanchez to high regard. Anybody who knows boxing, listen, go watch Salvador Sanchez fights and look at what people are talking about. What you mean by he passed in your video? Salvador Sanchez was removed. He was removed. It was something that he was unwilling to do, so they got rid of him. I'm gonna do a video on it, bro. I be busy. I mean, matter of fact, I might do it this weekend, bro, on Patreon. I'm not really trying. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Patreon. Cartier Hendricks said, "Bet." Oh yeah, Cartier Hendricks, thanks for supporting me, man, on all platforms. I be seeing you on IG. Where Shakur say this? He said it on he popped up on my Facebook that he said Salvador Sanchez is somebody that he would love to fight. He was great, but I'll be feeding him counters all night from the southpaw stance. I think my IQ speaks for itself. He said, I remember he beat a Puerto Rican guy. What was his name? I don't know. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna do that video about Sanchez, man. Get down to the nitty gritty, because he definitely was removed. But I don't see how Shakur beat. That's like saying Shakur would beat Sanchez is like saying Shakur would beat Floyd. Go watch Sanchez against Patrick Ford and Kyle Dell and what's that one dude? It was a guy who had all these knockouts. I think he was undefeated at the time. Sanchez dropped him in like the first round. Gomez, Danny Red Lopez. I thought you already did a vid on why he was removed. No, I didn't. I never did a video on Salvador Sanchez. Abdullah Mason is a natural fighter. They try to make a boxer. I think it will come back to him when he fights top level opponents, but we will see. Abdullah Mason, if he don't learn how to jab and use his feet, he's gonna be on borrowed time. Like Abdullah Mason can't beat Shakur with all of his gifts. But if he met somebody like a Eddie Futch or what's the old boy name? He says, "Can I join the live?" Yeah, I could drop it. I could drop the joint. I forgot to drop it. If he met somebody like an Eddie Futch or Emmanuel Stewart, he could knock Shakur ass out. Yeah, Abdullah Mason is one coach away from knocking Shakur out. But if not, he's just gonna get outclassed. Watching Sanchez is super satisfying. Yeah, watching Sanchez is like watching poetry in motion. And it just showed you people talking, there's levels, there's levels. Yeah, that's the highest level of boxing right there. Salvador Sanchez constitutes the highest level of boxing. It don't get no better. Same thing with Pretty Boy Floyd. Same thing. Not so much Money Mayweather, but Pretty Boy Floyd. A lot of people they don't go back and watch full fights, so they don't know the significance, man. They don't know just how talented some of these fighters were. And also, boxing was tougher back then. Like you had a larger talent pool because boxing was still popular in the 70s. Nowadays, boxing really isn't popular. It's more like a niche type of thing where people see it on Instagram from time to time, but they're not growing up saying, I want to be a champion of the world. They're not doing that. Floyd got a couple babies out here like Shakur, Tank, and Devin, but even now, after the Floyd era, kids aren't growing up saying, I want to be a boxer. People growing up saying, I want to go to the NBA, I want to go to the NFL. So that leads to a lesser talent pool. That's why James Toney said Shakur having all of them belts, multiple division champions in this era don't mean as much, and he's right because it's not the waters aren't as deep as they used to be. What's good, NBA 2K?
What's up, KJ? What's going on?
Chilling. Shakur talking crazy, talking about he could beat Salvador Sanchez.
He crazy for saying that, bro. I don't think he'll beat Salvador Sanchez because Salvador Sanchez got good footwork, and he'll
And
beat him.
countering ability, power in both hands. He throws punches. He takes all type of risks. He can fight at every level. Shakur has to say that though because you got to believe in yourself if you're going to be on the top, and he is at the top. So I understand why he says it. I just disagree.
Me too, because I seen Salvador Sanchez go to war with guys.
Yeah, and be comfortable in the trenches. Like Shakur has
Yeah,
never went to war and looked. He went to war with Zepeda, and he looked uncomfortable as hell.
he did. He almost got knocked out.
They say he said that for real. Yes, Shakur said. Um, he said a guy that he would have loved to fight is Salvador Sanchez. He was great, but I'll be feeding him counters all night from the southpaw stance. I think my IQ speaks for itself. But once again, with Williams Zepeda, Shakur went to war and he looked uncomfortable. This man Sanchez went to war with the African brother,
Zuma Nelson.
Zuma Nelson. He looked comfortable as hell, man. Comfortable. Went to war with Wilfredo Gomez. Comfortable. Comfortable, man, in the trenches. It's different, bro. It's good, Jake. We chilling, Jake. I hope you only ate one time today, Jake. Like I told you. Because I only ate once. I hope that you only ate once, man. Shakur said that was his worst fight. Yeah, it was his worst fight because he's not. Shakur can only fight in one style. That's why it's like he think that he could fight Salvador Sanchez. Salvador, because he fought with the bounce, he could, and he grew up in Mexico. This will make
Yeah,
Salvador
he can fight
Sanchez
off
so
his toes
dynamic.
too.
Exactly. Sanchez's Mexican background made him dynamic because he grew up in Mexico, so he's tough and he could fight on the inside, but he had that black man footwork and he had head movement, counter ability, etc. So he basically mixed the rhythm of the black man with the toughness of the Mexican. So he was like a hybrid. He was a hybrid type of fighter. Shakur can only fight in one style. So I don't know how he think he could beat Sanchez. Been running 2 miles a day the past 2 days, just started. It's hard because I'm big, but it's a start. No, it's good, man. Never stop. Never stop. Like just keep on. 2 miles gonna become 10 miles, Jake. He said, but I haven't been eating much smaller portions and mostly water. That's how you start. And make sure you're drinking vitamin C. You're gonna need your vitamin C. That way you don't start getting sick as you start running more and losing more weight. I believe in you. Right now, you gonna go from big pun to tons of fun. What's good, Mr. Incredible?
What up, Mr. Incredible?
Yo,
Shakur Stevenson at it again, bro.
what you said?
He said a fighter that he wanted to fight was Salvador Sanchez, and he said he would have been feeding him counters all night from the southpaw stance, and he said Shakur said his own IQ speaks for itself.
But he don't want to fight Shock.
Yeah, he don't want to fight Shock, but do you think he could beat Salvador Sanchez, dog?
Ain't ain't Salvador got more output,
More everything.
longer reach,
No, no, no.
stronger?
They got about the same reach, but Salvador move his head. He fight off his toes. He can fight at every level. He don't got no problem getting a bloody nose, banging on the inside. He let his hands go. He got power in both hands. Chin is insane, and we know he got a chin. Like it's not. We don't know if Shakur got a chin. We know Sanchez got a chin. Do you think Keyshawn Davis can beat Salvador? Said, hell no, hell no,
You know what
dog.
this
The
comes
IQ.
from?
Look at some of the traps that Salvador Sanchez used to set. 10 miles insane. No, it ain't. You said what, Mr. Incredible?
This comes from a lack of competition.
Yeah, that's what I said, dog. Back then, the waters were deeper. That's why James Toney said Shakur's multiple division champion don't mean as much nowadays, and it's true. And the thing is, Shakur could erase all of that by fighting the Shocks of the world, but he don't want to do it. Only Shocks he worry about is the Shocks on his car. Have you ever done suicides? Bro, what I do is way worse than suicide. Jake, if you was living with me, bro, you wouldn't have to worry about being fat. You wouldn't have to worry about that, boy. I'll get you
You'd
down to
have to
like
survive.
140.
140, holy shit.
Yeah, I get him down to 140, bro.
How that boy starving.
It'd be too much. It'd be too much work, man. Run up that hill for hours straight, putting that sled on, going for 15-mile runs and all that. 600, 700 steps a day. All that bad, man. That man get down to 140. How do
That
you
boy
run
will be
without
in the
getting injured?
hospital.
Every time I try to do road work consistently, my body breaks down over time. Zenkai, you must stretch and roll out in the morning. I spend at least 45 minutes to an hour, Monday through Friday, on a foam roll and stretching before I do any working out. Because when you do all of that road work and pounding, no diddy, it messes up your bones and your tendons and your muscle. Little micro tears happen. So you have to do rehab. You have to rehab them. If you don't rehab them, you just think you're just gonna run, like you're a kid or something, and your body's gonna regenerate. It's not gonna happen. Bud at 135 to 147, the highest level two, along with Sanchez and Floyd. Nah, nah.
It's
Especially
too
at
green.
135, no. Especially not at 135. Bud is a high level offensive fighter, but defensively, nah. Mm-mm. I still put Ray Robinson above Bud because Ray Robinson was faster than Bud, and he had better footwork, like his footwork and his traps. But Bud right under them though, when it comes to ability. The reason why I will put Bud kind of like a Sam Langford, like he got. I'm not talking about style. I'm talking about like archetype. Like he's strong as hell. He's a physical specimen that's very skilled. But the reason why he's so special is because of his strength and his power. If you take that away, I don't think that he'd be able to be like Money Mayweather and just be making guys miss and all that. Like what makes Bud dangerous is his natural athleticism, them long ass arms, along with his skill and IQ. But he needed that power. He needed that. Yeah, Sanchez with dog Shakur just on angles and body work, especially on the inside. I'm sorry, not gonna lie. Salvador has never fought someone with the defense of Shakur. I mean, that's true, but Shakur has never fought anybody with a full gauntlet like Sanchez. Like, and I'm not just saying that he will beat him because he's a young, older man, older generation versus newer generation. Because I think Shakur would embarrass Roberto Duran. I think he would. I think he would embarrass him. But Sanchez a little bit different than Duran, bro. A lot different. He says, "LOL, you will probably torture me." No, I wouldn't torture you. I'll save your life. I run 2 to 3 miles and take a break and walk to catch my breath, then run again. See, you not that's not really jogging, bro. When you go to run 2 miles, bro, run the whole thing. Don't be like all these young people. See, that's some modern day stuff. Bud had amazing defense. No, he didn't. Say good stuff, Jake. 2 miles is still a lot for a big man. No, it's not good stuff. He's not running 2 miles. He's running and then walking. He running and then he walking. Like he in a race walk. And he not running
Damn.
2 miles. Jake, you cheating. I'll try the foam roller next time before I run. Cause I used to run on grass, and even running on grass, it would just kill me over time. Zenkai, you can't run every day, number one. But he says, KJ, you really wear a sled while running hills? I've never done that. No, I don't wear the sled while running the hills. I run up the hill for an hour, and then I attach the sled and I do like a trot in a circle in shadow box with the ankle weights on, with the weights attached to the sled. Salvador Sanchez used angles and beat him. He will use angles, footwork, toughness, heart, combination punching, IQ. He said, yeah, it's hard when you big. Now I ain't give you no credit. Stop cheating, bro. You a cheater. Not hard when you big. Go watch the movie. It's called Fat Albert. All right. Fat Albert, he was Mushmouth said he was fabber, but fabber, meaning he was fat, but he was fast. And Fat Albert ran around that track and lapped everybody and all that. He didn't say, oh, I'm fat, I can't do it. Fat Albert got on that track. He raced that little skinny boy Reggie and burnt his ass and lapped him. Fat Albert could run all day. So if Fat Albert could do it, then you could do it. That's not good stuff. He said, bro, trying to kill my confidence. I'm not trying to kill your confidence. I'm trying to take you to the next level. Don't ever, if you go on a run, right? If you say, I'm going to run 2 miles, don't ever stop while you're on that run. That defeats the purpose. You didn't get the real workout. When you see all them little people doing, all the white people doing that stuff nowadays, that's back in the day, people didn't do that. That's some new age stuff. How the hell you say I'm going on a 3-mile run and you take 30 paces and then you start walking and you run again? You didn't run 3 miles. And it's actually harder when you do that because the object in motion want to stay in motion. He said, that's true. Still sweating like crazy. Yeah, but you ain't getting a good workout, man. You got to go out there and you got to fight. You see how I be doing in the ring? You got to do that on the road. You got to fight. But yeah, Shakur, he bugging. Who's your favorite fighter to watch film on? Salvador Sanchez, I love watching his film. Ray Robinson. I kind of grown out of watching Floyd because the way that Floyd fight is very peculiar. Like, he's so special, but he's so accurate, and he almost fights like a robot. It's weird, especially when he became Money Mayweather. I like watching Pretty Boy because Pretty Boy was still more natural. Money Mayweather had everything down to a science, and it's like he was just fighting like a robot. He said, I'm going to keep that in mind. You just motivated me for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's not really running, Jake. Got to burn them legs. Thank you. Thank you. Facts. It's easier to just keep running. Yep. An object in motion want to stay in motion. But Salvador Sanchez, I was talking about it earlier. One of his best things on the inside, he would pause and wait. Sometimes it would allow him to get hit. But because he was waiting, you didn't know when he was going to throw that damn hook. And he hurt a lot of guys like that. He can fight going backwards. Money May or Salvador. I mean, Floyd started at 130. Sanchez started at. So, yeah, they could have fought. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because Floyd could do things that Sanchez can't do as far as reflexes, but Sanchez could do things that Floyd didn't do. Like, Floyd doesn't fight off the toes. Salvador versus Loma. Man, Loma getting stopped. Loma going to get stopped. All Salvador going to do is get dirty with him. Like, Salvador hit you in your kidney 8 times. It's on film. He did the Pat Cowdell. Loma lost to Salido just because he got dirty with him. He said Loma has never been stopped. Loma never fought nobody on the level of Salvador Sanchez. Errol Spence never been stopped. Sean Porter never been stopped. What in the hell? Hey yo, I didn't mute. Why is it doing that? Man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this damn app. I swear. Unmute. Oh, they muted himself. Okay. Facts, sir. Mayweather had like a weird crab shuffle that's so hard to replicate. Yeah, Mayweather, he's just different, bro. When you watch him, it's like, and that crab thing that you're talking about, George Benton did it. It's because Mayweather fight like like a Spartan soldier, like the phalanx. And he mastered that style. So it's just different. But I don't be watching like that.
Everybody's trying to replicate him though.
Yeah, and that's why everybody getting their ass whooped. Every fighter has their own blueprint, their own DNA. So you got to find out who you are. Like I fight in a certain way. Even when I shadow box, I'm like, damn, I'm really just doing the same movements over and over, and trying to make them as accurate and precise as possible. Said no, he lost to Lito because Lito hit him with 200 low blows. Yeah, yeah. He lost to Salito because he wasn't ready, man. They tried to rush him. That's why he lost. Andre Ward versus Calzaghe at 168. I'm going with Ward. Calzaghe overrated. Ward is overrated too, but at least he had the balls of getting in there with old boy that Canelo had to fix fight with. Who did Ward fight? Kovalev. You think Andre Ward had a chance against Terence Crawford 168? Nah. Terence Crawford, and I say this, I mean no offense when I say this. Terence, both of Bud parents black. Hey yo, I mean, no offense when I say this. Andre Wood couldn't beat Bud at 168 because Bud got two black parents, bro. If you know, you know. It's a little bit different.
He tough. He just brittle as hell, and he don't got the athleticism.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Terry got his mama black, his daddy black. You dealing with totally different tool set right there. Say why you say Ward overrated? Andre Ward is a beast technically, but physically he never had it. He was never a great athlete ever, and his body breaks down fast. And he's not that fast. He's quick. He said from Omaha, yeah. Ward be stiff. Yeah, he'd be stiff as hell. He was strong though. Like Ward, Ward knew his limitations, dog. He knew what he could do and can't do. That's why when he was talking about he was coming back to fight Anthony Joshua, I was like, okay, he's trying to get in the algorithm.
How he gonna fight a heavyweight?
He was just trying to get in the algorithm, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't be taking these dudes serious. You gonna come back and fight Anthony Joshua. And what?
getting knocked out the ring.
Anytime I hear Anthony Joshua fight, I always feel you want money. That's it.
Facts.
You want money.
That's what Joshua said. Joshua said it can't just be about money. You have to really show that you're willing to be a real competitor. Because if you're just trying to make a money grab, I'm not really looking for that right now. Like Joshua was on it. He was right. Like Ward was just trying to get like a quick 20, 30 mil, get his ass knocked out. Because nowadays, as long as you make money, people don't care what you're doing. They gonna say well, he got money. He had 30 M's though. I would have did it. Ward ducked Beterbiev, not really, and Bivol, not really. Canelo ducked Ward. Ward retired because his body was breaking down. Bivol and Beterbiev would have put belt to ass. Yes. Well, no. They would have put belt to ass, but because they would have been way bigger than Ward. Like Ward is a super middleweight. He's not really a light heavyweight. That's why he struggles so much with Kovalev. He's not that athletic. When you be doing 10 miles and stuff, do you do it at once or do like 5 in the morning and 5 later? Rakim, you must ain't heard me when I was talking to
You do it all at once.
You must ain't heard me when I was talking to Big Pun, bro.
All object in motion, stay in motion.
What did I say when I was talking to Jake, aka Big Pun? If you get on that horse, you gotta ride it.
You gotta start off easy. Y'all thinking like he just doing the 10 miles is off
Yeah,
rip. He's
y'all.
been doing this for years.
Yeah, y'all think I'm just like, oh, I'm doing 10 miles. Before the fight, I run 17 miles. Before the fight, I do 17 miles, bro. I don't, but you got to work yourself up to that. And I don't like before I do them 10 mile. I do 10 mile runs on Sundays if it rains and I can't do my hill sprints. But like Mr. Incredible said, I've been training for 5 years. I hit the ground running when I started training. I didn't train like an amateur. I trained to go pro. So I was getting injured trying to go on them 10 mile runs. My knees will flare up, but now my body has adjusted. Jake said, "All right, bro." Hey Jake, I'm just messing with you. I'm trying to inspire you. I ain't know that you was that damn big, man. I'd have been on you. No Diddy. No Biggie. Perturbia. Perturbia versus Roy Jones at 175. Man, I'm
Better
going with
BF getting his ass. He getting starched.
who?
He too better BF. He too slow.
I know. I already said I'm going with my man Royce Jones. Roy gonna be as long as Roy got that extra testosterone pumping, I'm picking him against damn near anybody. In his prime with them roids, shoot.
I don't think anybody beats Prime Roy Jones at light heavyweight except Benavidez.
Not with that stuff pumping through his system.
Oh yeah, you're right. That boy was
That's what I'm
fast.
picking. I'm picking Royce. I'm picking Royce Jones Jr. You can bet your ass on that.
That boy was fast.
I know. He said Benavidez dogging Roy. I don't know. Um, if you watch the way that Roy wouldn't have fought. Let me see. I gotta do a video on that too. I like going live now because it gives me all these video ideas. Because when I be tired from training, I don't be feeling like having to sit and think. Roy wouldn't have fought Benavidez. He would have fought him like how he fought Ruiz. He wouldn't have fought him like trying to dominate him or nothing like. You see how everybody fight Benavidez? They be in there like Demetrius Andre actually trying to win a fight with him. Roy would have been tapped him with that 1-2 and jumped back. Tapped him with that 1-2 hold. Like he would have fought him smart. Yeah, he would have jabbed and moved. Well, not really just jab move, but straight rights move, bomb hook,
He
hold,
would have waited
something
for
like
that
that.
right shot. Probably would have stopped
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he probably could have, especially off them rules, he probably would have hit Dave with a body shot that Dave ain't never felt before. Dave Benavidez would have been inside one of them rap songs. Y'all must have forgot when the Mexican monster got dropped. Y'all must have forgot.
I put like Roy, like top five fastest hands. Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy, who
Muhammad
was
Ali,
Muhammad Ali, who's
Meldrick Taylor.
Gary Russell, the
Yeah,
oldest
Gary
brother,
Russell. Yeah, Gary Russell's Mr. Gary Russell. That's what he called him.
Meldrick Taylor.
Yeah, those are the
Oh, yeah.
speedsters, like the super speedsters.
Honorary mention Boots Ennis.
Nah, hell no. He not in that category. He fast, but he nowhere near as fast as them dude. That's why he looked like as soon as he was in his early 30s. Roy could box. It's just Roy stopped. Jake, you got to continue to grow. Like as you slow down. That's why I'm always trying to be in the gym because I realize boxing, it's like it's weird. You can't stop. So the more that you go to that's why Floyd was able to have a second career with the Money Mayweather. The more that you understand time and distance and you put it in your system to make the move. That's why Duran was able to box for 30 years professional. Roy wasn't really putting in the work. Like when you look up he's running 4 miles, doing the same stuff he was doing since the amateurs and just relying off natural talent. You really got to push yourself because when you slow down, you have to have put them fundamentals and that timing inside of your body. So it's just there. So that way, when you're in trouble, your body gets you out of trouble. If you're just going off natural speed and ability and then you slow down, you don't have no fundamental base, you were sitting duck. But Roy, he understood boxing like he had, but his angles were so wide. His angles were super wide, and he was used to getting away with having those wide angles and predictable angles because he was so fast. You think Benavidez can beat Andre Ward? Bro, Benavidez would have beat the brace off Andre Ward, bro. I already did a video on it.
They would have threw the flag in.
Yeah, the towel, the flag, they would do everything.
Yeah, you see how he be doing men that are like 2 times Andre's size.
Facts.
Andre don't got the feet to get away.
Yeah, he doesn't. Andre wouldn't have fought him though.
That's
Like
the only
people
way
talk
he
about
knows
that
how to
stuff.
fight, though.
Man, Andre Ward, he wouldn't have fought that man, bro. I promise you
Oh,
that.
you mean like he would have avoided him?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's smart.
he'd have
Yeah,
ducked
don't
that
do that.
ass.
He would have been retired.
He'd had to retire early.
I'm telling you, if that was like his 20th fight, then that's his career. Call it a career. 20 fights.
I was getting up to 7 to 8 miles, but it started damaging my knees sometimes. Then I started taking away from my sparring training later that day. Now I'm at like 5 to 6. Rakim, when you start doing, so I'm gonna tell you a secret. So like, say you got a fight and it's 2 months away. You don't want to start doing 7, 8, 10 miles until like the last. And number one, you don't want to do it every day. So like, this how I do. I do a minimum of 6 miles. I don't run nothing under 6 miles ever. Right. So I do that 6 mile every Sunday. I do the hills for an hour and then a sled, little trot with a sled. But if the grass is wet, I go do 10 miles. So that's just to keep me, so 6 miles, 10 miles. As the fight gets closer, I do six. I start adding more miles on the treadmill. Monday and Tuesday, I do treadmill because to take the pain away from the pavement, the hard pavement. So treadmill. And instead of just doing 6 miles on the treadmill, I'm gonna work my way up to 8. So the last 2 weeks of the fight, I'm doing 8 miles on the treadmill Monday and Tuesday. I'm doing 10 to 12 miles on the road on Wednesday. And in the final week, that Sunday, I go on like a 17-mile run. But it's a plateau. You can't just go out there and say, I'm gonna do 10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles. You'll break your legs down. So you gotta start with 6 miles, 6 miles, mixing some treadmill, mixing some swimming one day, and then don't run the day after that. You can't always just run, run, run. But you got to figure out what's best for your body, man. I figured out mine. I got my shit. I got mine down to a science. If Roy retired after the John Ruiz fight, he'd be the GOAT. No, he'd never be the GOAT, but he'd be in that conversation. But he don't deserve to be in that conversation. That's why it's good that he got exposed because he was cheating. Gary, a real dude, bro, stopped his career to help his brother. Nah, his career wasn't going nowhere. They wasn't giving him no opportunity. 10 miles is crazy, all different. The most I did was 6, and that's on a weekly basis. 10 miles ain't really that hard. Roy never learned fundamentals. He relied on his gifts. Facts. He never learned IQ. His jab was vicious. It's just even Ali had a higher. He said it's kind of like with Ali. No. Oh, he said, see, yeah, you're right. He said he still has success, but he shut up in the corner a lot. Ali had to shut up because Ali was messing with women the night of the fight. He had them legs like how they were supposed to be. But Ali could fight even when he slowed down. He had different tactics and stuff. Like he even started putting his hands up. Like Ali was just different. Roy was lazy. You think Aaron Pryor will beat Matias? Yes. Especially if Matias can't take that juice. Well, they both were juicing, so if it's a juice off, I'm going with Aaron Pryor. Floyd Mayweather said it best years ago. Roy and Ali the same fighter. No, they're not. Their defense and ability is their legs. Once that was gone, rope a dope. Roy couldn't rope a dope though, so they're not the same fighter. Ali can actually rope a dope. Ali won fight, and Floyd talking, you don't understand. Ali was fighting with Parkinson's and still winning. He had Parkinson's. Like Ali was different, bro. Roy is not that. No disrespect. Roy good in his own right, but Ali never took PEDs. He was naturally that damn athletic. Yo, that's crazy. But yeah, man. I'm gonna stay live for another 15, man. Mr. Incredible, you got any news for us? Anybody got any news for us? I'm gonna stay live for another 15 minutes.
Nah, I don't think there's any news out there right now.
I mean, somebody said Keyshawn got a big announcement. Shaq Foster versus Navarrete has been finalized. That's gonna be a great fight. Bro, I got a fight on the 24th, bro. I hope I can get home in time. Like, I hope I fight first. I be doing the 4 rounders. If I fight first, I can get home and watch it live. I'm gonna be happy as hell.
Who you fighting, KJ?
I don't know. It don't matter. A lot of these local guys are bums because they don't train hard. Like
It
everybody
don't
just look at Nakamba
matter.
with a weight advantage. It don't matter, but these dudes
Bro
stupid.
said he could fight anybody today, tomorrow. It don't matter.
That's the truth, bro. It's not
Nah,
even
bro.
because it's just because of preparation. These guys don't prepare. You could tell. Yo, when I was at the fight, um, a lot of the guys, these guys got a lot of fights and all that, but they wasn't in good shape. A lot of them did they barely made weight or they missed weight and had to make weight the next day. So boxing is about showing up every single day and not cheating the workouts. These dudes be cheating, bro. Oh, Tim Zoo is fighting Jamel Charlo. Yeah, I seen that. I'm going with Charlo. Tim Zoo not all that. Charlo gonna show y'all what I was talking about. Tim Zoo basic.
I beat Errol Spence, mate. I could beat any of the Charlos. That boy gonna get stopped. He gonna get
Yeah,
stopped
he gonna get
again.
stopped. Yeah, he gonna get stopped.
You know why? He don't move his head, and he's not gonna be able to bypass that jab.
Yeah,
I like the Arrow's body work during that fight. It's just like he gassed out
cause he,
early.
bro, all them years off. If it was prime Arrow, he would have beat, bro. Salute, Mayo. Tim Zoo, a new fighter. He has a new trainer. No, he not. Charlo not stopping Zoo. Only thing Charlo jabbing is women. Jake, I tell you what, bro. Since I know you ain't gonna bet no money, I bet you 2 cheeseburgers and a large.
That's crazy.
Hey Jake, hey Jake, I bet you 2 cheeseburgers. I bet you 2 cheeseburgers, a large Sprite, and a large fry. that Jamel Charlo knockout tips you. I know you don't want to bet no money. You said that tequila. You say I'm mean, but you talk about Charlo jabbing his girlfriend. So your channel should be bigger. I ain't gonna lie. I think that they, after my TikTok channel had so much success, and they see that I don't just talk boxing. Sometimes I talk about real topics. I think they kind of put a little something on all of my social media.
No,
But I'm
that shit
okay
used
with
to
it.
go crazy before. Like,
Yeah, it's okay.
bro, his shit used to go. All right, my bad. His
No, you
his
good.
his, his lives used to go crazy, especially after every fight. Oh my gosh, it used to be like 500 people there,
Yeah.
2,000 people there.
One time we had after the Devin fight, we had 20K.
It was crazy, bro. You could,
He said, "Bro,
bro.
you're so
He used
mean."
to. You could. He had to like take off the comments because there was so many people commenting, bro. It was so crazy. That was
Yeah,
like
that
two
was on
years
TikTok, but
ago.
I don't care about that stuff. That all that stuff controlled. Like they don't want regular people to really have a footing in this world, and that's
Oh
okay.
yeah, everybody was making money off that and everything.
Yeah, but TikTok don't even wasn't even give me nothing for getting all them damn viewers. So it's like it's a waste. I'd rather go big like that on YouTube.
No,
You
you gotta
said,
be
man,
one of those people.
Jake, you talking about man, whatever, Jake, you betting or not, bro? Let me know what you want. If you want McDonald's, Wendy's, I prefer Wendy's. I like
Just
Wendy's. I
bet
like the
$10,
Dave's
bro. I
double.
know you got $10.
No, he not. He don't like betting money. But I figured I found out his weakness. 2 cheeseburgers.
Man, whatever, bro.
Hey, yo, Jake, man, holla at me. Holla at your boy, man. What you want? You want to do Burger King? You want to do Burger King? You want Wendy's? He said, I bet you on 190 by the end of September. What you want to bet, man? I like Wendy's. I'm not really into McDonald's. That
190.
that
What
meat
are you
tastes like
right
crap.
now?
He 220 right now.
I don't know, bro. You gotta lock in like every day type.
He said thoughts on Yoenlis Fernandez. I don't know. Never heard of. Y'all heard of Yoenlis?
Yeah, he's the Cuban at 160. He's like 6 foot, getting all these stoppages. He's really good. He's
He
like
said,
that
oh, I'm gonna
aggressive.
lock in. Cage gonna keep talking trash. Hey, Mr. Incredible said he really good. I'm gonna check him out. You in this, and in this.
He's like the first aggressive Cuban I've seen, other than Ulysses Iglesias.
Oh yeah, Iglesias is a beast. Ever since I seen him, I knew. That's why. That's why I don't know why be calling that man. That's who Ben Whitaker need to fight. Gonna get his ass up out of there.
Nah, Nah, you tripping. Ben Whitaker would be Benavidez, Bival. Better be if it's scared to call him out. You seen that interview he had at the last fight with the what card was that? Was what was the main card? Was that like oh, that was the Boots card I think he fought on. Where he was like, "Oh, me and Benavides can get in whenever. We could sell
Nah,
out
I
Wembley."
seen a post after that, and it's like I ain't even gonna lie, right? I got it in my phone, but I couldn't even bring myself to make the video because I'm like, he know he capping, Eddie Hearn know he capping. It's not even worth doing a video on this. It literally says Eddie Hearn says Whitaker could beat Benavidez within. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell that means. Whitaker
I,
could
I
beat him within. Like
I
what?
mean, not inside fighting, because
Maybe he's
Whitaker
saying
only
with
fights
his heart or
outside.
something. He believed. I don't know. I just knew that they was both trolling and capping.
We won't
And
put money on it though.
that's a fight that they don't want to see, bro.
I'd be like Eddie, put money on it. I'll put 100 million right now.
Man, Eddie gonna bail out, bro. They not stupid. I put some cheeseburgers up on it. That's how I get down.
175 Berlanga. Berlanga should not be going up to 175 if he's getting cracked by 165
Yeah,
pounders.
he would get knocked out.
No,
You know
like
how he be on
really,
the you know how
really,
he be on the
really
ground
bad.
clapping his you know how he be on the ground clapping his hands together. He ain't gonna be able to do that at 75. Yeah, he
That
gonna be
boy be
asleep.
seeing birds like the cartoons.
Yeah, he's something else. Eric Belenga, he naturally funny though. I gotta give it to him. He's a fool.
Yeah. He's like got power. He's got like a good frame and
That's
everything.
all he got, bro. This is the
He just
problem with
don't know how. He don't
they
know how
don't
to
want to
fight.
develop these guys. They don't want to develop them. Like the only way to develop in boxing is to put somebody in there who's dangerous. Okay, so um, you have to put someone in there with somebody who's gonna force you to grow, and that may be in the form of an ass whooping, like Canelo and Floyd. But they don't want to develop these guys because they rather pimp them out and let them make a lot of money. They
They
don't want to
rather
truly
put him
develop them.
against garbage can men.
Yeah, to get the big fight.
They rather make this like all or aesthetic of, oh, this guy's unbeatable, but it's like, who is he beating? And then once he finally gets in there with somebody who's notably good, like
Just raw.
Berlanga's
Atlanta got
career was,
dropped by Canelo, who's a much smaller man than him.
yeah,
That's
that's
why
what I
when he
was
got
gonna
there with
lead with.
Hamza, it was like, good God.
That's what I was gonna lead with. I was like, Berlanga's career was basically built up just for that moment to get beat up by Canelo, for them to say, look, this guy stopped like 17 people in the first round. It's like, bro, if these were legitimate knockouts against people, he'd be the greatest fighter of all time. He'd be another Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Stylistically would be an easier fight for you, Brian or Virgil. Oh, I would both their ass. I'm gonna keep it real. Bro, this is what I'm telling you straight up. Straight up. The stuff that you have to do to be great in boxing, Brian Norman don't want to do it, and Virgil Ortiz don't want to do it. Their footwork is not good, and they don't do the road work. You have to be able to get on them damn toes. It makes your life way easier. If you watch my last fight, when that little Salvadorian dude started trying to throw all them haymakers, and I started boxing while going backwards and ducking and dodging, all that, you got to be able to do that at certain points to get out of dodge. Brian Norman couldn't do that. That's why I knew Devin Haney was going to beat him. Virgil damn sure can't do that. Every time Virgil fights somebody with a little bit of movement, he getting dropped. So I put that two-step, that bounce up on both of their ass, whoop their ass, bro. And I tell him before the fight. That's how I would do it. I tell him before the fight, like, listen, you flat footed, I'm gonna bounce in and out, and I'm gonna whoop your ass like that. And I bet you can't stop it because it takes years to develop the footwork in boxing. So if a person don't have it and y'all about to fight in 2 months, he can't get it. Yeah, Canelo was taking it easy on him. Virgil is way better than Brian. It don't matter about who better. It's about styles. Somebody you could get knocked out by a guy who's not that good if his style is bad for you. Do you see the way Virgil cut the ring off against Majimov? Whether Majimov was in there running, and then let me tell you something. Once Majimov felt like he was losing, he started taking the fight to him. But when I say that I'm about to be on my feet, you got me misconstrued. I'm not gonna be on my toes to run. I'm not gonna be on my toes to move in a circle. I'm gonna be on my toes, bouncing in and out, hitting this man. I'm gonna use it. I use my feet offensively and defensively. It's not really. I don't think like Shakur and them like, oh, I'm not trying to get hit. I'm gonna try to minimize damage. Oh no, we can go at it. I'm gonna see what's really good because I didn't seen you get dropped before by men that I'm stronger than. Like Virgil is not all that. It's a reason Virgil don't want to fight Boots. The only one who really all that to me, he said, KJ, you losing to Majimov. Yeah.
No, you crazy, bro.
Jake, them comments hit different now that I know the real you, bro. I know why you be trolling. He said, telling your game plan is next level disrespect. It's not disrespect. It's just that if you don't have footwork, you can't get it. You can't just get it in 2 months. Kate, Jake said, I'm losing the magic ball. Jake, don't make me bring that scale out, man. Don't make me, don't make me bring that scale out. Jake got to wear one size fits all. He can't. Jake can't. Jake can't go in the store and shop like regular people. He got to wear the one size fits all. You got to wear onesies and shit. That's the only thing they got. He said, "Yeah, I think you got the flurries to clip Virgil." No, I wouldn't even have to do flurries against Virgil, bro. If a person don't got footwork, all you gotta do is get on your toes, bro. One of the things that made Salvador so good is that bop, but you gotta have the energy to do that bop. I don't even be really showing all of my boxing ability in my fights because I know they're trying to rob me. So I just be in there trying to be as violent as possible. But if I actually had a real opportunity, like where they're not trying to rob me, I can show a lot of different skills. He said I wear XL. I just got a lot of water weight. Oh yeah, I got you. You just got big bones. I feel you. You're not even really 220. That's just big bone. I'm gonna do before and after. I personally send it to you, my biggest hater. Look, man, ain't nobody hating, Jake. Ain't nothing wrong. Since fat's where it's at, I don't wanna be skinny. For what? I like the bigger heart that's within me. I'm gonna sing a song for you. And we're gonna show you a thing or two. We're having fun now. Me and all the gang. Learning from each other while we do our thing. How hard is it? How hard is it or skillful to roll with shots? It's easy to roll with shots, but you gotta. Here's the thing about boxing, and that's why I think Sanchez will be Shakur. I'm gonna end out on this, cause now I'm just trolling my man Jake. Jake, I truly believe that you're gonna lose weight though if you really work hard. Um, if you want to learn the advanced stuff in boxing, that means you're gonna have to sit in that pocket and you have to take risks. Anytime you see a fighter that can fight in the pocket, like Mayweather or Sanchez or Purnell, it was a time when they couldn't do that and they got their ass whipped over and over and over until they learned. Floyd started so young, he probably don't even remember the ass whoopings he took, but there had to have been times when he was young where he took the ass whoopings. People don't. A lot of times, the black fighters be so athletic they don't have to sit there and take that, and they don't want to take that, so they never really get the wrinkles that they need to become a good fighter um, that's able to roll shots and be comfortable in the danger zone, to be comfortable toe to toe or face to face, in the pocket. Fury was almost 400 pounds at the being Klitschko. That's Tyson Fury, bro. You not Tyson Fury out here running 6 miles, sparring 15 rounds. You got the best doctors in the world. Now I'm just messing with you, man. You're gonna lose weight. But until then, I'm gonna sing a song for you. Hey, hey. But all right, man. I'm out of here. Shakur wouldn't beat Salvador Sanchez. Thanks for y'all coming out for the live. Um, Jake, I'm just making fun, man. You're not even that big. 220 really not that big. But y'all let me know what y'all think. And we out. Y'all stay blessed. Keep training and keep being healthy, man. Health is wealth. It don't matter if you got $1 billion. If you're too big to spend it, I mean, my bad. If you're too sick to spend it, it's useless. So health is wealth. All right, Mr. Incredible.
All right, bro.
All right. Hey, hey, hey. He tried to bring up Elon Musk. Elon Musk got titties. All right, well, you follow like the Elon Musk and see how far you get.